Why is it not? Okay. We are live. Hello, hello. Live at the house. All right, let's flip the camera around and let's get TikTok going. What's up, Christy? What's up, Becky? What's up, Sue? Debbie in the chat. I gotta remember to not get the orange cream flavor. It's not. Their sour flavors are much better. Sarah Bean in the chat. What's up, Sarah? Becky Simmons on TikTok. Travis, thank you for the repost. Welcome in. We're going to explore a little bit. What's up, James? What's up, AJ? Melagene, what's good? Darcy in the chat. All right, guys, let's go down here. So, the Posttown stream, that was crazy. Being able to stream down in the gymnasium, in the cafeteria, the basement, and stream in high quality. How awesome was that? What's up, Amber? What's up, Alana from Wales, UK? Nice. Space Ghost, good to see you. All right, guys, look, I'm shutting the door. We should do a basement challenge one day where we do like... Well, no, what am I even saying? Like 24 hours in the basement? No way. Heck no. So, guys, today we are at the top of the steps of the haunted basement. We're about to go down here and see what's up. Carrie Lou, thank you for the heart. So TikTok gave me a restriction at Posttown because I had the camera on door 109 and they freaking flagged my live stream. I'm telling you, that door is cursed. Door 109 is absolutely cursed, and I probably shouldn't have put Maggie in front of it and tried to film it. You know, something bad always happens with that door, so we probably shouldn't have done that. But just having strong signal there was new, so I figured it'd be a good... I don't know. If I had to pick a cursed spot in this house, it's probably got to be right here, right? Carrie Lou, 109 is the door in the yellow hallway downstairs. It's the one that when it opens on its own, Daryl gets attacked. It's happened 3 times where that door is open on its own and he's been attacked every time. Once it was caught on camera, he gets pulled out of the bed. And then the other time he got viciously attacked. It was gory. But that one was not on camera. All right, let's turn these lights out. Here we go. Krista, thank you for the heart. Guys, I have been watching so much Backrooms. I watched all of Kane's Backrooms, the one that the movie's based on. I've watched... My favorite has been... There's a backroom... It's like a 45 minutes Backrooms horror video by Scepter Animations. Scepter Animations. That... What is that on the floor? Look, what is that? What is that stuff? You can only see it from this angle. Is it lint? Hopefully that's lint, right? Anyways, Scepter Animations. Basically, this secret military squad has to go in to try and rescue some of the researchers, and it's a disaster. So that one's my favorite. I will say, Found Footage 3 by Kane Pixels. That one was a banger. Like from start to finish, that one is like, because some of them, kind of get boring with the walking around, the yellow. But Found Footage 3 and then Scepter Animations, their backrooms video. I think they've only done one backrooms video. But that one is really good. The channel Complex Research does a lot of backroom stuff. Guys, anyone know what I'm talking about when I talk about backrooms? Freedom, thank you for the 100 populars. So, in the backrooms, there's these places called null zones, which for us in the ghost hunting world, we would call it places where the veil is thin. John Keel spoke of this when researching the Mothman. There seemed to be he called them window areas, places where the veil weird stuff happens. So, anyways, let's turn this light out. But guys, okay, first with this light on, tell me with this light on what this looks like. Watch. It looks weird. Something about that light being on. I think it's because that wall's there, and that wall puts a shadow back there, even though there's a light. Something about this feels off. Like the way you all see it on camera, that's the way I'm seeing it too. It's just something's off about this. All right, let's cut the lights. 64.4, 68. Also, I undid the spiral. It's still a little bit of a spiral, but it's not in the long spiral. Tried using my freaking amp. I don't know if the basement is ruined it, or if there's something wrong with the power, or if the power circuit's bad in my freaking $1,000 amp, but I don't know, guys. I gotta take it in. I gotta try it on some other outlets and see what happens. Anyways, I'm all over the place. Let's turn this light out. Natural Curiosities, you missed the Posttown stream? It was awesome. We caught a really crystal clear EVP. A woman's voice came through on the recorder and said, "I was killed." It was... Also, there were bats. There were freaking bats. And it rained like crazy. Guys, when I left Posttown, I literally had to sit in the parking lot for almost an hour because of the rain. It was a torrential downpour. From like a little after 5 a.m. till 6 a.m. I sat there, and then the rain calmed down for a little bit, so I just sat in the car, ate, and then I left around 6 a.m. And then the rain came back, and it was interstate. Oh my God, it was brutal. It took me about 3 hours to get home. Multiple cars had flipped over on the interstate. It was crazy. So anyways, I did make it though. I drove as careful as possible. There were some big time a-holes driving on the interstate Wednesday morning. So guys, when it's raining like that, you can't be driving all crazy. Even if you think you got all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. I saw multiple people flip their cars. Like I saw them drive all crazy through traffic, and then later on down the road, their cars are flipped over. So be careful. At one point, when I got into Kentucky, I thought it had like lightened up for a little bit, and then I hit like another storm, and it was the worst it had been the entire time, to the point where like a truck pulled off on the side of the road, and I got behind this other truck that had its hazards on, and I was driving behind them, and then you couldn't see 10 feet in front of you. It was brutal. But we made it. And you keep in mind, I'd been up for like almost 24 hours at that point. Had driven up there earlier in the day, had walked probably 12 miles, live streamed, investigated, and then was driving back. It was intense to say the least. All right, anyways, enough about the past. Let's talk about the future, which we are here. Guys, would you consider this the future or the present? Think carefully about your answer. No, I guess technically it's whatever you want it to be. Whew, I'm starting to feel awake. Such a weird aftertaste with the ghost. Specifically with the orange cream flavor. Similar to the 7-Up. It's got like a similar aftertaste. That's why I like the sour ones better. All right, I got to lock in, guys. I'm so not locked in. But I do have the blazer on, so you know I'm locked in. At least I look locked in. I'm ready to rock. I gotta trim this mustache up. All right. One thing, okay, I'm sure you're wondering, Eric, where are the sunglasses? These sunglasses? Is this what you're asking about? Whoa. Whoa. Okay, guys, is something standing there? What happened? Did I hit the mirror? I think that's what it was. Hello? Guys, a few weeks ago, I caught a shadow moving back here on the live stream in the mirror. JX says, why would you say hello? Yeah, I mean, if you've watched those Backrooms videos, that they get in trouble every time they say hello. They get in trouble. So, someone there? Okay. There was a weird noise. It sounded like yes. Should we shut the door? I think we should shut the door. And run outside and just hang out outside. What was that? Did a voice just say, help me? Like out loud. Tell me you heard that. It sounded like something said, help me. I wonder if YouTube, did you all hear anything? No one heard it. Are you asking for help? How do we help you? Is anyone new tonight? Type new in the chat, or me in the chat if you're new. I got to give you a warning if you're new. Connie, what's up? KJ, Britt, Wayne, Glenn, Walker, Teresa. We got a lot of new people here tonight. Okay. C. Bailey, what's up, C? Guys, check it out. What's up, Blaine? Thank you for the lightning. This recorder works really well, but it's also very loud. So be careful listening to this. It's a little painful, but we're able to hear their voices with it. We're going to double check that.
Are you asking for help?
What?
How do we help you?
All right, nothing. We got literally nothing on that one. Let's try a picture. And then, guys, I know we got to get the gift goals going. Give me a second. See? Tell me you heard that. Oh! Hello? Remember the technique we were trying? Look, here. I'll show you. Guys, I've been trying to capture more visual evidence of the spirits since the haunting's been so tangible and physical lately. Watch, let's try this. So you see I have a super bright light. Oh, crap. Oh my goodness. All right, watch. So light on, I'm going to turn it off, and then at the moment I turn it off, I'm going to take a set of pictures. So it's like the reverse of a flash. You know how you take a flash for a photo? We're taking the dark for the photo. Like the moment the light changes. You get what I'm saying? Interesting. Who's asking for help? Guys, remember last time we were here at this location, we captured one of the creatures on camera. Like crystal clear, we caught him. We absolutely caught him. So I'm going to review these later. Well, actually, I should probably take a quick look at them. All right, let me take a quick peek at these. Guys, look, if we get one gift right now, if we get a Let 'em Cook, a dragon, a Maggie doll, or a super on YouTube, we'll set out the music box right now. We'll set it out right now. Freedom with the Let 'em Cook jersey with the rose. All right, let's do it. Here we go. Tania, thank you for the Maggie dolls. Precious Hippie, thank you for the Maggie dolls. Hug Buggy, thank you for the Maggie doll. $17.76, thank you for the gifts. All right, guys, this doesn't have a lot of battery. Ash, congratulations on completing your chemo treatments. Guys, let's see some W's in the chat for Ash Hazel Eyes completing her chemo. W's in the chat for Ash. Incredible. Incredible. Ash, that has to be an incredible journey you went on. It's amazing. Congratulations. I'm glad you're here with us. That's awesome. That is some positivity. There we go. I imagine it was super tough. Hey, Aaron, thank you for the heart. Precious, thank you for the heart. Endless possibilities, thank you for the heart. Jersey, thank you for the heart. Spirits, this is Eric from Epic. I just realized, did I move that out there like that? Were we filming with that? Hey, Aaron, thank you for the 20. Let them cooks. Let's go. Let's go. Whoa, this is yellow. Guys, like I said, I'm going to quickly review the photos. What is that? Looks like a goblin. There's a bunch of weird stuff in this photo, but what is that? Looks like a floating eye. Like, it really does. Whoa. Whoa. Alright. So, right there is where I see like the goblin face. He's got glowing eyes. There's some of his teeth right there. You see like this is his teeth, those are his eyes. TikTok, if you're wondering, I'm showing YouTube the pictures. There's also a distortion on the steps. Whoa. What? There's like this like wavy distortion on the middle of the stairs. Do you see it? Can you see the ripples? That's weird. Because, I mean, in real life, there's obviously no distortion. I mean, the paint's a little messed up on that, but there's nothing wavy. In this, there's like, do you see the waves? It looks like ridges. That's weird. And then here's where I thought I saw like it looks like an eye almost up there, like an eyeball floating. But guys, we're looking for concrete, solid, undeniable pictures. There's a lot of like, you know, pixelation divination going on here. I'm looking for the most undeniable. Like, as soon as you see it, doesn't require any like crazy editing, like brightness boosting, contrast, black levels, white levels. I'm talking straight off camera. You can see it right away. That's what I'm looking for. Whoa. Okay, I know I said all that, but if you zoom way, way in, it looks like there's a little head right there. At first I thought this was like a big head, and then it looks like a little alien head looking the other way. Again, not what we're looking for though. We're looking for like the crazy clear pictures. Oh yeah, and then it looks like there's something smiling in the doorway here. Like right there. Oh yeah, you see that? Okay. Guys, if we hit the 6 dragons, we'll bring down Haunted Doll Maggie. Or no, what if we brought down the boys? What if we just brought down the boys? Guys, you want to hear something freaky about Maggie? So, when I got back, and this has never happened before, I'm worried that, like, something I'm not aware of might have happened. Like, something... That's weird. Almost looks like a stick figure. So listen, when I got back, Maggie's eyes wouldn't open. And I'm not joking. Like it was scary. I could not get Maggie's eyes to open. Now she's a vintage F&B doll where their eyes, like, if she's laying down, the eyes are closed. If she's standing up, the eyes are open, and they can like move. They would not open no matter what I did, and so I could force the eye to stay up, like holding one up and then letting it go. Uh, so like I would shake her, and at first nothing was happening, and I like shook her head some more, and I was like, Maggie, what's going on? And eventually, after like shaking her head really hard, I was able to get her eyes to open. But I've had Maggie for what, 6 years, 7 years, wow. I'm pretty sure I got her in 2019. 7 years. Never has that happened ever. And when I was loading her from Posttown, she was laying on the top of the bag, and then I had her sitting in the back seat. There was nothing like on her. She was the like top thing. So I don't know what happened. I do not know what happened. I was literally worried. I felt like a sinking pit in my stomach because her eyes wouldn't open. And from the outside looking in, it's like it's a doll. It's a doll, but we know that it's a haunted doll, meaning that there is a spirit or intelligence attached to it. So I was worried. I was very worried. But no, so we probably should. That's part of why I don't want to bring Maggie down here. I'm worried that something's wrong with her. Maybe we should investigate her upstairs. I don't know. But that's why I was saying maybe we should bring the boys down here. Nightbat Paranormal, you hit the road next Thursday, 1 week to go. That's so exciting. Are you pumped? Are you absolutely pumped? Freedom, thank you for the Maggie dolls. Guys, listen, if we hit the gift goals, if we hit the Maggie dolls, we'll do a spirit box. If we hit the dragons, we'll bring down the haunted dolls. And then if we hit the Let 'em Cooks, we'll do a different EVP because we didn't get anything on the Sony Saint. Oh, I have the DR60. We could do something like that. And then let's set up an SLS camera goal on YouTube. We'll do 2 and higher on the gift goal. Nightbat says anxious, but much closer to hang. Yeah, it's going to be night and day difference in distance, which is incredible. And you're going to be in a central point of locations. You're going to be in like prime time. Plus, traveling throughout the country will be so much easier. Actually, yeah, that is like you're going to like a perfect spot. Guys, I'm still reviewing that last batch of photos just real quick, and then we'll switch it up. Maybe we'll try one more Sony Saint EVP. Guys, if we get the final 13 Let 'em Cooks, we will do the Void Ripper EVP. Or no, we'll do the DR60. I brought the Dr. 60. We got the doctor in the house. We will use the doctor if we get 13 more Let 'em Cooks. Oh, boom, there it is. 1776, thank you for the Let 'em Cooks. All right, let's bust out the doctor. Whoa, I think I got a face. Hold on. So guys, I've been doing that thing where like when the light goes off, then I take the picture. Whoa, it looks like there's 2 faces. Okay, I'm going to show TikTok this one too. All right, so look, here's the doorway. This is when I was like turning the light off and then snapping the picture. Look on the side here. Watch when I zoom in. Watch when I zoom in. Well, I said all that, and now I can't see it. I thought, okay, I can see that face. And then I thought there was a face there. Oh, yeah, it's down below. Okay. Okay, so look, here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing two faces here, and they're both kind of weird. Kathleen, thank you for the let 'em cooks. Look, there's this one's mouth. It almost looks like he's got like full teeth or a mouth guard, nose, eyes, and then that's a big ear. So really weird. It's a really weird face. And then up here is another face where that little black line, that horizontal line, that's the mouth, the nose, and then the eyes right there. Kind of looks like two faces. Now this is not as clear as we want. This is not. Oh, whoa! What is this? What is that? Is that look? Is that like an animal? Like a creature? It looks like a. I'm trying to keep it still. Do you see it? It looks like a freaking. Like a really big cat or like a. That's. The line definition is so clear, and then the two little eyes, the little beady eyes. I'm seeing those as ears, but it's also possible those at the top could be ears. That's crazy. Oh, YouTube's not seeing anything. God, these do not show up well on YouTube. Okay, maybe I should get a different camera. Is that another face on the steps? Again, this is not the clarity we're looking for. Don't get me wrong. This, what was that? Something big just moved. What the heck? Oh my, why is my YouTube like that? Guys, if we get 10 supers on YouTube, we're going to break out the SLS camera. It maps in the stick figures and spirit energy, or it maps in the spirit energy as stick figures. Whoa! Whoa! How did I not see this? Look, this looks like a giant alien head. Look on the left here, watch. Holly, good to see you, Holly. Thank you for the heart. I'm seeing, oh! That was my own chat. I'm jumping at my own chat. Okay, look. It looks like a giant alien head, almost like a balloon. Look, it's like its head's tilted. You get what I'm saying? There's like mouth and nose, eyes, and then gigantic head. Do you see that? Carrie Lou, thank you for the let 'em cook. Scandalous sees it. Blaine, can you see that? That's crazy. Let me look in the previous picture and see if it's there as well. No, it's not. Because look, it was one where we were turning the light on and off. Wow. Interesting. That's weird. Okay, it's the blanket. Almost thought that was like a face of like something. But that's the blanket on the ground. All right, let's keep looking. Whoa. Whoa, there's something in front of the dehumidifier there. Okay. Guys, I'm doing the I'm freaking getting lost in the pictures. I can't do this. Whoa. They're just so weird. I need to get my other phone fixed. So guys, I got a phone that's even better than this one at capturing spirits, but the screen doesn't work anymore. So, oh my god. Oh my god. Dang, I thought we had something. Oh, that gives me the chills looking at it though. Guys, I think something's here and I just barely missed it. Okay, look at this picture. So this is one where I was turning the light on and off. This is one where the light's going downwards. There, it looks like there's something in the doorway. It looks like there's multiple things in the doorway. But when you zoom in, it kind of falls apart. You see what I'm saying? So at first I thought like that was something and that's something, but I cannot tell. Dana Eubank says, "Hey Eric, what's good? Thank you for the super, Dana." Guys, let's get a W in the chat for Dana with the first super chat of the evening. All right, guys, look, I'm losing all my viewers on TikTok doing these photos. I can't help it. It's like this is what an addiction looks like. We're not getting hardly anything. I'm losing my viewership, my audience, because I just can't stop looking at these pictures, these pixelated messes of pictures. Because, guys, when we do get something, it's just so monumental and impressive that, like, and guys, look, I know I seem, whoa, like a YouTuber, TikToker, live streamer. I am a researcher at heart. I want to uncover, document, and study this stuff more than I want to create content. I found that creating content is the only way I can research this and use it as a vehicle to keep researching. All right, look. Anyways, here's the next picture. So look, this is the one I was just looking at, and the next picture's blurry, which I'm not sure why it'd be blurry because I wasn't moving the phone, but almost looks like giant smile, eyes, big head. It looks like a creature all in black with a giant smile. Look, I'm seeing big smile, eyes, head. Carrie Lou, thank you for the dragon. Now, this is one of those pictures where I feel like if I did boost the contrast, you'd be able to see it better. Anyways, I gotta stop, guys. I gotta stop. We gotta actually investigate. Whoa. Guys, I just cannot stop looking at these pictures. Even though it's a detriment to our live stream. God, my teeth are hurting. I need some water. Carrie Lou with another dragon. Oh my goodness. Let's see WC in the chat for W Carrie. Oh, Freedom with the dragon. Okay, guys. I think Freedom and Carrie are trying to tell me to lock in here. All right, we'll do no more pictures. No more pictures. Or I need to do it like when the gateway's running. And we've got like other stuff going on. That's weird. I caught a red ball. Whoa. What is that? Alana, thank you for the Maggie doll in the heart. Whoa. Yeah, guys. I gotta not be taking these pictures. This is too much. What the heck was that? I couldn't tell if that was the wall or the table in front of me. Lena, thank you for the heart. Someone here? All right, no more pictures. Never again. No, I'm kidding. I did say we'd do the DR62. Let's try it. And guys, I gotta get some water. It's almost 3 a.m. I'll go get the boys. Get some water, get the boys. Oh, we got another super. Data, you makes us lock in. We can't see what you see, the pics. I know, right? Okay. Here, we're gonna do one more with this just for the quickness. Because the DR60 takes a while. I'm gonna bring down one of the haunted dolls. Do you have a request? Bring them out? Bring them out. Right? Bring them out? Is that what it's saying? I think it's bring them out. I'm not sure. Or bring them both? That's sped up, or like normal speed, slowed back down.
I'm gonna bring down one of the haunted dolls. Do you have a request?
All right. Bring them out. Nicole, you're hearing bring them out. Nanny, thank you for the heart. All right, guys, it is 3 a.m. Here we go. We got to lock it. I'm going to go get some haunted dolls, and I'm going to go get a bottle of water, and I'm going to get... That's it. All right. TikTok, I'll be right back. Don't close the stream. I'll be right back. Oh, my light. The light. Oh my god. That was weird. I just saw Roy's eyes do like, it looked like they were glowing. It looked like they were like glass. All right, guys, let me do a quick intro. So, uh-oh. It's gonna work. I have brought down Gus and Roy, the haunted dolls, the twins. Now, I believe it's one evil spirit attached to Gus, but both the dolls show up distorted in pictures and photos. And I've captured several anomalous things around them when investigating. Plus, Gus, whenever I would hold up this audio EMF meter I've never had it go off ever before, whenever I put it up to Gus, it goes off as if there's something like magnetic inside of Gus. They're like rubber dolls. They're like, rubber and cloth. There's no metal, no hard plastic. So, anyways, point being, we are going to investigate with them down here. They have not been down here in a while. Plus, they always talk about their victims. And I say they, it's really one spirit, and they talk about their victims. So something bad happened with the spirits. Oh yeah, how did I get the dolls? The mall that was selling them, the store, the flea market that was selling them, they were terrified of the dolls. When they sold them to me, they were like, "You're not allowed to bring them back on the property. We're not going to accept any refunds on them." They said that the first day they got them, there were strange noises around the doll. When they would come back in the next day, stuff around the dolls would be rearranged. They actually captured security footage. So after all this started happening, they decided to store it in they decided to store the dolls in a storage case. At around 2 a.m., the storage case busts open and everything falls out of the case. So, and they said that had never happened before. Now I have them. They're in my possession now. Gen X Sabrina, congratulations. 2 years, no alcohol. That is amazing. That is incredible. Let's see some W's in the chat for Sabrina. Tamara, you're asking about Maggie. Maggie is upstairs currently. We might bring her down later. Also, Gus' stand is busted. That's why he's got to lean up against something. That's why you catch him slipping. There we go. What's up, boys? How you been? Travis is there in Maggie's care, more likely. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's do this. DR60, boom, here we go. And guys, look, if we hit the gift goals, if we hit the YouTube goal, we're doing the SLS. If we hit the TikTok goal, which we hit the dragons, so we got Gus and Roy down here. We hit the let them cook, so we're doing the DR60. If we hit the Maggie dolls, we'll do the spirit box. We will go spirit box, and then we'll set up a new gift goal after that for either the Estes or something like that. It is 3:09 a.m. We are in the haunted basement. Gus and Roy, the haunted dolls, are in the doorway, in the hot spot of the house. That's the spot where they say the little boy David passed away. And we're about to use the DR60 recorder, the legendary paranormal recorder. It doesn't have any batteries in it. Okay. Or if it does. Oh, it does. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Just kidding. Give me a second. Use some batteries. Frick. Please tell me I got some. I got a bunch of double A's down here. I got some old triple A's. Dang. I'm gonna have to go back up the steps. Alright, I'll be right back. Our TikTok will be right back. I'm just grabbing some batteries. I'll be right back down. Don't time it out. Someone is standing in that doorway. Here, wait. Come look at this, guys. You ever? Sabrina, thank you for the Maggie dolls. Sabrina, you're incredible. I wonder what the craziest thing he's ever seen is. Rage Against the Regime. I saw the demon at Revenant Acres. I saw it in person. It was just for like a couple of seconds, and then we captured on the live stream this liquidy black shadow mass go from the ceiling down to the ground and off camera. But I saw the demon. I saw it. Also, the next night after seeing the demon, literally, Alex and me drove, when the sun came up, we drove to Posttown. And then we slept at Posttown. And then woke up and investigated. Anyways, point being, that night, it was Alex, Pam, and me investigating the school. I could see the spirits. I think investigating Revenant Acres and seeing the demon, I think it did psychic damage to my mind, and I was able to see the spirits at Posttown that night, and it was, I could just see, they were just there. I could literally see them, and everything I said came through on the box. Like I said, there's a little boy there, you can come closer, and then he started talking to us on the gateway. I saw some of the train wreck victims. It messed me up. That, like, the rest of that, because Alex and me did like 10 investigations in 7 days. And that was a crazy trip. That was the trip. We did Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, Thornhaven Manor, Revenant Acres, Posttown, the Mothman bunkers, the Silver Bridge where the bridge collapsed. We investigated here at the house. What else did we do? That was a crazy trip. I'm missing one of the locations. What was another one of the locations? I can't. Anyways, point being, let's get this going. I need to make like a documentary style video on that trip. Maybe make it like an hour long, and we review all 10 investigations just jam packed into like a 60-minute special where like I would do an interview and I'd see if Alex would be interested in doing an interview. And we just talk. Oh yeah, that's right. The Low Hotel. When we were in Point Pleasant, we did 3 investigations at least. We did the Mothman bunkers, the Low Hotel, and the Silver Bridge. There's one location I'm forgetting. I can't believe I'm forgetting one. So Gen X Sabrina with over 700 Maggie dolls. Cindy Robinson says, sorry, I'm late, Eric. Cindy, welcome in. Cindy, you're incredible. And guys, we've got 3 supers, and none of them counted towards the goal. Did the goal expire? No, it didn't. So guys, if we get 7 more supers on YouTube, we'll do the SLS camera. All right. Amy says, have you ever been to Moundsville? I have not. I've been to Ohio State Reformatory. I've been to Nevada State Prison. I have not been to Moundsville. Christy, thank you for the Maggie doll. I need to go, though. I need to go to Moundsville. Guys, I struggle with like spending a lot of money and time investigating places far away. Because, you know, and you all know this, for years I was on the road every week. Like literally non-stop traveling for years. Now, obviously this last year and a half, almost 2 years at this point, I've pretty much stayed here in Posttown, haven't really gone too far out. Sometimes Stone Mansion, Randolph County Asylum, stuff like that. But the point is, like, I get such good evidence here and at Posttown, and I can afford it much more than like paying $1,000 to rent out a location for a night where the stream doesn't do good. I don't get a lot of evidence that, but then again, sometimes it freaking pops, and that's the other thing. When you go to these new locations, new spirits are more eager to interact with a new person. Like, I'm sure the spirits here and at Posttown are wore out from seeing your boy walking in, but it also makes it to where the spirits are getting to know the energy of an environment very closely or over a long period of time. It does give you some advantages, but either way, my long story short, I do need to get back on the road. I'd love to check out Moundsville. There's also a prison in Tennessee I'd like to check out. Also, the Harriman Hospital. I haven't investigated there. I'd like to go back to the hospital on College Hill, the old hospital on College Hill. Or is it hospital on Old College Hill? That was an incredible location. Not very much signal. I will say, the 3rd and 4th floor had signal, which those are good spots to stream from. What else? I definitely got to get back out to Nevada State Prison. That was incredible. Anyways, let's get the what are we even doing here? Let's get the equipment out. Oh yeah, I was looking for this. I was looking for batteries. Rage says, look up Demon of Brownsville Road, Pittsburgh. They turned house into bed and breakfast. Oh my goodness. Sabrina with over 1,000 Maggie dolls. Whoa! My light just went crazy. I did say we would do Spirit Box if we hit that gift goal. So Sabrina, let's do. Whoa! It says I have 4. Wait, we got. It says I've hit 4 supers. Freedom says we need a 1-hour interview special with Maggie. We should interview Maggie. Guys, what if we sat Maggie down? Oops, wait, what's happening? What if we sat Maggie down and using all our devices, we actually did a real interview with a haunted doll? I'm talking like, like we sit down, we have like a recorder running the whole time, and then at one point we turn on like Gateway or Spirit Box. We try to do like a real interview with a haunted doll. I wonder if anyone's ever even done that. Also, I do have this unique microphone. Where's the dragons? There they are. I do have this unique microphone. that picks up voices really well, like spirit voices really well. It makes the audio hard to listen to, but I figured out ways around that. Travis, you're looking at Hospital on College Hill. So now they actually have the doll. The boys just freaked me out big. I forgot they were there. They actually have two other spots. There was like an apartment building, and we actually stayed in the doctor's house while we were there, which was awesome. So it's not just the hospital, but yeah, I'll let you know if I decide to go back. I was going to collab with Jake and Noah there again, but that ended up falling through. Part of it is, guys, like, I'm 10 years in, and I am a little burned out. Partially, that's my fault because I've been investigating so much, and I am obsessed. I am absolutely obsessed. And that obsession leads to burnout. All right, where's the freaking batteries? Okay, I think they're in here. Here we go. Guys, have any of you ever worked a job and ended up getting burned out? Even if you absolutely loved it, it was like your favorite job ever? Oh, what the heck? Where are the freaking batteries? I'm just going to have to cannibalize some batteries here. This is crazy. I got two things of equipment and neither of them have batteries in it? Let's ask Quackula. Where are the batteries, Quack? Where are the batteries? Maybe I lost them at some point. I can't believe this. I got 9 volts in here. That's not what we're looking for. Wow. That is so lame. Okay. I'm just gonna have to take them out of this. Oh wait, out of this. Let's do this. Because there's no memory stored on these tuners as opposed to the recorders that have like date and time. So we'll take the batteries out of this. Alright. And guys, let's pray the Dr. 60 works. Boys, what do you think? Is this going to work? Or is this going to twerk? Is this going to hurt? Oh, are you kidding me? I just slammed a DR60 onto the ground. Wow. 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 Could you imagine if this was someone else's DR60? They'd probably be screaming at me right now. It is weird. The way the battery design is for this is very unusual. Okay, here we go. All right, looks like it's working. Type R in the chat if you're ready. R in the chat if you're ready. Here we go. Boys, if you scream into this, I'll hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, Roy, can you hear me? I just got the phrase purple princess like stuck in my head. What does that even mean? That was weird. That guys, there was like I was feeling this like swirling and I was thinking, ooh, something might happen. And then the phrase or the words purple princess rang into my head and it truly felt external. It felt like an external words, like AKA your boy's losing it. I'm losing my mind. That's what it is. That's what we've come down to.
Boys, if you scream into this, I'll hear you. Can you hear me?
Karmic Chaos's purple princess usually represents a blend of regality, creativity, and magic because purple. Travis says, everyone, two of my favorite people, Carrie Lou and Freedom got engaged. Congratulations! Freedom and Carrie Lou, congrats on your engagement. That is amazing. Wait, hold on.
Boys, if you scream into this, I'll hear you. Can you hear me? I got the phrase purple princess stuck in my head. What does that even mean? That was weird.
All right, let's record again. Wait, that's not the record button. Spirits, please scream into this as loud as you can. Can you say hi, Eric, if you can hear me? Should we close the upstairs door or leave it open? All right, look, I know I said no more pictures. Something's there. It's 3:30 a.m. Friday, May 22nd, 2026. I'll review these later. I swear I just saw someone's head. It's... Oh, I should have took the picture. I should screen record when I take the pictures. Whoa. Okay. Wow. Maybe I should have used more light, but these are crazy looking. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is that? Why do they look like that? Okay, okay. I got to show you all this photo, and then we'll stop. Then we'll listen to the EVP. Wow. All right, first I'll show you this one. All right, I'm going to lose some viewers here. So W's in the chat if you're with me. Karmic, thank you for the Maggie dolls. Okay, look. So something about the boys, whenever you take pictures of them, even with the light right on them, they barely show up in the photos and they distort. They heavily distort. So that's where the boys are, and that's what it looks like. Now look up here. It looks like there might be like something here. Almost looks like there might be like a bigger thing there. But no, this is just the warm-up though. Let me show you the picture immediately after that. And then look at this one. This is the one. Look, oh my, that's not even them. We got something weird glowing here to the left. Like, it almost looks like a face there on the left. But look at the boys. Look at... What? All right, guys. Just heard a voice. Look at this. That's Gus and that's Roy. That's them. That's them right there. That looks like a freaking reptile or something. Like the head of a reptile or a dinosaur or something. And then look up here. Wait, where was it? Am I tripping? Was there... I thought there was something else up here. No, I must have been tripping. Oh, whoa. This is a weird photo. All right, anyways, I wanted to show you all that. All right, let's listen to the EVP. I'll review the rest of these later. Jeez, there's so many good ones. Is that okay? There's something. It's only in the second photo. Wait, what's that? There's the first one. Guy, look, see, I'm doing it again. I cannot help it, guys. I cannot help. Once you get like a really good photo of a spirit, it's just so hard not to take 1,000 photos and just look through every little pixel. It's like it's seeing something you're not supposed to be able to see. What the heck? Oh my god, look at this. Speaking of not supposed to see, look at this. Okay, here we go. W's if you're with me. Craig says lock in. Okay, real quick, look. Look at Gus and Roy. Roy's head looks like it's beat in, but then look, if you zoom way in, it looks like a smiling, like a skull. Do you see it? You gotta really look in there. I'm seeing like skull mouth, big skull smile, skull nose, skull eye sockets, and then the head. That's crazy. And again, this is with like the phone screen at max brightness, no contrast. This is just raw iPhone. What? Oh my god, there's a giant face. There's a skull. What the? Look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. How did I not see that? Is he wearing a hood? Is that like a hooded skull? What is this? On the left. What the heck? I'm telling you, there's an evil spirit attached to these. There's an evil spirit attached to these dolls. Is that the Grim Reaper? Look at that. You know, if the Grim Reaper followed a paranormal investigator, that would be a quick way to like make up for lost souls, or if you have to like get a bunch of souls or something. What if I have a freaking Reaper following me for business reasons? like it has stuff to do, so it's following me around. Wow, dang. So these are the photos in succession. I didn't take 3 right at that moment. I wonder why not. Guys, normally I always go snap, snap, snap before I move the camera, but I didn't do that on this one. And so we just have a Reaper. That's not the first time we've captured a Reaper down here, though. At first, guys, do you remember at first we were capturing the demon dogs? I say demon dogs, they were just dogs, and now, what the hell? What the hell? Guys, this is with the light directly on them. This is with the flashlight directly on them while taking the picture. This is what it looks like. I'm telling these dolls do not take photos well. That looks like an old man, like do you see, like with a beard, like a big handlebar beard mustache, and then that looks like a demon. There's some red in the back. All right. Let's play back the EVP. Whoa. Hey guys, do we got someone hiding in here? Look. Or like look on the left here. This is the very first photo we took in this batch. Almost looks like something wearing a gas mask. Like right here. Or like... No, I don't know. I don't know if that's anything or not. Alright, we're done. That was literally the last one. I know you're thinking, Eric, that was awesome. Thank you for taking all those photos and reviewing all those photos. That's absolutely what I wanted. I know, I got you. I got you. Alright, we gotta play this back. Here we go. Stephanie says, why is it so fuzzy? I'm doing iPhone 0.5. This is also an iPhone 11, so it's not the newest camera. iPhone camera 0.5 plus 2 exposure. And then, so that makes it a little grainy, but then when you zoom in, it's very, very, very grainy. And part of that is, whenever you up the exposure and there's not a ton of light, it ups the noise to try and enhance the sharpness. And part of it is, iPhones have such natural sharpening that any little bit of fuzz gets sharpened and very clearly displayed whenever we're using this amount of light. All right, here we go. All right, let's double check. That's the beginning. Wait.
Please scream into this as loud as you can.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna rewind that.
Spirit, please scream into this as loud as you can. Say hi, Eric. Can you hear me?
Whoa! It says hi, Eric, immediately. Oh my God. Okay. Hold on. It's immediate. It's right after I say it. So guys, we just caught an EVP where I asked, can you say hi, Eric, if you can hear me? The Spirit says hi, Eric, immediately after.
Say hi, Eric. Can you hear me?
It's immediate. It is literally immediate. All right, I'm going to play it back one more time and put it up to the TikTok phone so they can hear it. All right, here's one more. It's immediate.
Should we close the upstairs door or leave it open?
Leave it open! Another direct response. I say, should we close it or leave it open? They say leave it open. Another direct response.
Should we close the upstairs door or leave it open?
It's immediate again. It's right after I say it. Oh crap, I freaking...
Spirit, please scream into this as loud as you can. Say hi, Eric. Can you hear me? Should we close the upstairs door or leave it open?
Immediate! Oh my God. Jeez, I just got... Oh, full goosebumps. I thought someone was standing there. Woo! Whoo. Whoo. All right, so we just caught 2 direct responses. Can you say hi, Eric? Hi, Eric. And then do you want me to close it or leave it open? Leave it open. Wow, okay. That's what we're looking for. That is what we're looking for. All right, guys. If we hit the gift goals, we're going to do the Estes method. If we hit the Let 'em Cooks, Dragons, Maggie Dolls, we're going to do Estes method. Sensory deprivation. If Carrie's down, she's going to ask the questions remotely. It's as scary as an Estes method session can be. And then if we hit the gift goal on YouTube, we're breaking out the SLS camera with the stick figure capability. So it can map in the spirits and anomalies as stick figures. The SLS camera is goated. It is actually incredible. All right, anyways. And why don't we up the ante a little bit? If we hit the dragons, we'll break out the gateway device, the ultimate spirit communicator. Each gift goal will take a Polaroid photo. So we've got 4 gift goals total, 3 on TikTok, 1 on YouTube. Each time we hit a gift goal, we will take a Polaroid photo. That's 4 Polaroids. For now, I did say if we hit the last round of gift goals, we'd do Spirit Box. So let's do Spirit Box. Nanny, thank you for the Maggie doll and the Let 'em Cooks. That's big time. That is helping towards our goal. Callie, thank you for the Maggie dolls. Mystic Souls Paranormal, good to see you. Thank you for the 34 Maggie dolls. That's awesome. Callie, thank you for the Maggie dolls. Lord, thank you for the follow. All right, let's go. Miss Zionya, I like how loud he is. I am very loud. I'm a loud, talkative guy. Misfit Melody, good to see you here. Trip Sevens, thank you for the GGs. All right, here we go, guys. Spirit Box time. Spirit Box time.
S-Box. Scanning.
Callie, thank you for the Maggie dolls. Gus, Roy, are you here? Nope. Follow us. Follow you where? Touch my hand. Whose hand? What hand are you asking to touch? Wait, the doll? Did you say the doll? Did you say one of the dolls? What are their names? Is it not Gus and Roy? What are their names? Jeff? Are you asking me to touch one of their hands? Yup. Which one? The one standing or sitting? You pick. They said you pick. What's going to happen if I touch one of their hands? The end. UFO? What happens if I touch one of their hands? Who's talking to us right now? Screaming. Who are you? Are you still here? What happened? What happened? They may see? See what? What do you think about Maggie? Interesting. What's interesting about Maggie? What does the name Candace mean to you? What did you do to Candace? All right. Guys, if we hit the Let 'em Cooks or the Maggie dolls, we will set out the EM pump. The EM Pulse Pump 3. This is a dual pump EM pump. It has 2 electromagnetic generators in it, and it pulses between them. Now, what's unique here is that we have never put this with Gus and Roy. They have never been charged up with the EM generator. So this will be new. All right, guys, we're gonna go for a little longer here. Cindy says super. Cindy with the super. Jake says live that they'll be here soon. Yeah, guys. So Jake and Noah were supposed to be here last weekend, but I don't think Noah's going to be able to come. But Jake, I think Jake and Clayton might be coming. Trip, thank you for the turn it up. Guys, I invited a handful of people to investigate the basement, and no one was able to do it. No one was able to come through. And for different reasons, you know. I reached out to some people that had investigated before here. Reached out to some that hadn't. And to be fair, this is not like a great place for filming. It is absolutely wrecked. All right, anyways, let's lock in. Guys, if we get 5 more supers on YouTube, we're doing the SLS camera and taking a Polaroid picture. If we hit a gift goal on TikTok, we'll be setting up the EM pump and taking a Polaroid picture. If we hit the dragons, we're going to do the gateway device. And if we hit all of them, we're going to do the Estes method. But I'm only going to be live for a little longer, so I don't think we're going to do probably any of that. All right, let's do this. Let's switch spirit boxes. I got an idea. Let's switch spirit boxes for the final push here. Let's do this. No, wait. What am I thinking? Let's go Void Ripper. Let's go Void Ripper. Guys, I tell you what, too. If we hit the dragons, not only will we do the gateway, but we'll go to the back where the Ouija board, the Ouija blanket, and the black mirror is. All right, where's the speaker? Gus, Roy, have you all ever polished aluminum before? What happens if we touch your hand? Oh my god! Oh my god! I swear I heard a whisper right before that went off. I swear on everything, something whispered evil. The word evil, and then the music box went off. Oh my god, I'm freaking out right now. So if someone touches your hand, it's evil? Or evil happens? Woo! Guys, on everything. I was about to react to hearing a voice say evil, and the music box went off right then, at that exact moment. Oh my goodness. Wow, I've got goosebumps head to toe. Watch, I say all that and we don't get like anything on the recording. Woo. Wait, what? Something find them. What?
Gus, Roy, have you all ever polished aluminum before?
Steps! Did you hear? Step. 5 steps. Someone ran up to us. And it sounds like boots on wood floor. There's no wood down here. And there's no one upstairs. Listen to this. Oh my god. 5 steps. Do you hear that? We just captured phantom footsteps on EVP. 5 loud steps. And then talk.
What happened?
Brown.
What happened?
A grandson?
What happened?
Say grandson?
What happens if we touch your hand?
Right there. There's something definitely there, but it was before when I heard it.
If we touch your hand. Your hand. Oh my god! Oh my god! I swear I heard a whisper right before that went off. I swear on everything, something whispered evil. The word evil, and then the music box went off. Oh my god, I'm freaking out right now. So if some
Make it stop.
Right now,
You say make it stop?
Right now, so if someone touches your hand, it's evil, or evil happens. And it's evil. Or
yes.
if someone touches your hand, it's evil, or someone touches your hand, it's evil, or evil happens. Woo!
He let him out. He
Woo! Woo!
he let him out.
Woo!
Boys, do y'all want to stay down here or go upstairs? I was gonna freaking try and rehearse down here after the stream, but I think I'm just gonna rehearse upstairs and just not be as loud. Quackula, what do you think? Did you see that? That was so dumb. That was so dumb. Oh my god. Oh, because it's hitting this thing. Okay. Yup. All right, guys. Let's pack it in. Freaking. Excuse me, boys. I'm gonna step around you. Look, I'm trying not to touch your hand. What if it reaches out and touches me? Oh my god, guys. One thing I got to do, I got to get this all cleaned up. Because one thing that's, and when my buddy Cooper was here and he filmed with me, he felt that when whatever's here has enough mass that when it moves around, you can feel it. Like you can, it feels like something moving in the environment. All right, here, I'm going to grab the music box. Now they got me scared to touch them. My freaking leg's hurting. Well, that was weird. It had a focus box on the black screen. Spirits, can you show us? Show us who's there? No? I'm gonna have to review these later. Boys, what do you think? Stay down there or come up here? We should pray. Whoa. Okay, this is kind of interesting. This is the most recent photo. Okay, whatever. Whoa, look back there. Looks like a sideways face right there, kinda. Whoa, was that something on the steps? Whoa. A face on the corner down here? Nah, don't worry about it. Okay. Whoa. A head pops out in the second photo. I thought it was a head. It's just kind of gray. Whatever it is, just kind of gray. A little gray there. Just a little gray. A little gray action. Kind of gray. If you think about it, it's a little gray. A little gray if you really think about it. So gray. So freaking gray. Whoa. Okay. Same picture. Same picture. Look what happens when you zoom in up here. Look. Looks like a freaking red mess of pixels. Looks like a bunch of gibberish. Looks like a bunch of. No, look. There's a face. Like, do you see like mouth, nose, glowing eye, head shape, ears. He's got the ears. He's eared up. I wish YouTube could see it the way TikTok does. So look, YouTube, it's like there's the mouth is that horizontal line, nose, glowing eyes. Theo, you see it? That's pretty cool. We're standing right there where that was captured, so that's fun to think about. Whoa. All right, this is Gus and Roy with the lights on, and they still looking like this. That's Roy. All right, guys, you got to admit that looks totally normal and totally, that's just totally normal. It's totally normal right there. Nothing weird or strange about that one. It's totally normal. Totally freaking normal. And here's Gus. That was Roy. This is Gus. Yep. That's about right. That's about right. That's, I mean, from memory, I mean, that's what I think he looks like, right? Yeah, like, totally, right? Yeah. Whoa. We got a bunch of pixels. Look at these pixels. No, I'm kidding. I thought I saw something, but then it kind of. Whoa. Okay. What is that? Is that a freaking? Is that freaking Labor Day weekend right there? No, I'm kidding. What if you know how there's a band called The Weekend, or I guess he's an artist. What if there was a band called Labor Day Weekend? What if there was a band called Not Nirvana? What if there's a band called Radiohead 2? All right, here's the picture right. Oh my god, the picture before is even crazier. I think these dolls might be haunted. Look, it looks like there's a dog right there. And then this is clearly a normal human face. Definitely a normal human face. With a dog on the side of it. That's definitely normal. It's funny because that's Roy. That was the one I was saying I don't think has the spirit attached to it, but maybe it does. Okay, and guys, let's check on Gus. Wow. Yup. Yup. There's their sigil right there. Boom. Let's say OOON. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's look back here real quick. Okay, yup. Janice, good to see you. Thank you for the repost. Wow. I need to favorite the other one. That's crazy looking. I need to go back and favorite this one. One with the dog, yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's like a small face in the middle of that. Do you see that? Oh my god. Look at that. There's like another face. Whoa. Look, there's a symbol right there. Is that the Monster logo? Are Gus and Roy sponsored by Monster? Monster Energy? Oh, look at that. There's like cursive writing right there. What the heck? Do you see that? Like right here. It looks like you're in cursive. Like it's either a G or a J. Okay, don't. I'm losing it. I can't. I thought I saw writing, but now it just looks like gibberish. Just looks like gibberish. I thought it said like Johnny or something, but it doesn't. It don't. Whoa. Like a reptile up there? Lizard eyes, mouth. Whoa, look, there's part of a face. Look at that. Oh my god, that looks like a face from hell looking at us. Look, like half a smile, the eye, it's like half of a head peering around the doorway. Do you see what I'm saying? That looks like something evil looking at us through the doorway. Looks like there's another head on top of them too, like they're piled on each other. That's insane. Oh, look, there's a ghost. There's like a ghost face up here. Look. What is this? Oh, I thought it was. It's freaking. I don't think it is. Zoomed in. Zoomed out, it looks like it could be something, but. Zoomed in, it don't look like nothing. I'm still gonna favorite this stuff. Almost looks like a giant face right there, doesn't it? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's crazy. Whoa, look! Whoa! Look, I'm seeing like a face here, and then something here. Look, there's a face there. Look at that. And it looks like there's another face trying to form there. But look at this. I'm seeing mouth. That dot is the nose. Both eyes are right, like there and there, and then horns, like scaled, like horns on the head. That looks like a. You know how there's cherub angels? This looks like what a cherub demon would look like. I wish I got to get a different camera for YouTube. It tries to overexpose the image so much. It makes it makes it lose detail. Wow. Whoa. Guys, I know we're deep in the weeds here. We're deep. Look, there's an infinity sign. There's like an infinity sign right there. All right, we got to stop. We got to stop. I'm just going to be looking at these for hours. Oh my god! Look at Gus's face! It's like facing this way, and he's got a circular mouth with a serpent tongue. Like with a you can see his eyes. Look at this. This is crazy. Guys, these are all photos just taken with the 0.5 wide angle lens on the iPhone. What the heck? Stinky, thank you for the follow. Tara, thank you for the heart. That's nuts. All right, yeah, we're going to favorite that one too. Wow. How many did I take? I'll have to review these later because I'm going to be reviewing these. You know, I should get on the treadmill and review these. I'll have to turn the lights off though, because it's hard to see them. Wow. 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 Gus and Roy. Gus and Roy. Alright, this is with the light on them. Oh my god, even with a light on them and behind them, it still ends up looking like this. It's wild. Whoa. I can't tell if there's anything there or not. They're almost normal in this one. Nani, you can send me the screenshots. Is it Nani or Nanny? Nanny, you can send me the screenshots on Instagram. I think you can send them on TikTok too. Or you can email them to me. My email is in the link in the bio. Also, you can post them in the Discord, which, to be honest, I haven't checked the Discord in weeks. I need to make Travis a mod on there. I need to start posting these in the Discord. You know, that's what I should do, guys. I should upload like a random batch of these into the Discord every night after the stream. Wow, that's crazy looking. Yeah, it'll take me forever to review that. That took way too many. Whoa. There's like this dot going across the image. Do you see that? Like that black dot? Something weird is going on here. Do y'all see anything I'm missing? There's definitely something weird happening right here. But I can't tell what it is. Something weird right here, too. We hit 100,000 likes on TikTok. Let's go. All right, guys, I gotta stop. I've got to stop. I've got to stop. I took way too many pictures on this round. God, that looks like something out of a horror movie. Whoa, does he have furry feet? Dude, it looks like he has hooves. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. That looks like a freaking like hoof and then like the black like do you see like white feathery leg and then the freaking hoof? Do you see that? Do you see what I'm talking about? God, see on TikTok it's somewhat clear. On YouTube it's a freaking mess. The guys, the YouTube camera, I've got to change. I've got to change the YouTube camera. I just lost that picture, didn't I? Oh my. Okay, I'm done. I'm freaking over this. I'm so over it. I'm absolutely over it. Completely, 100% over it. Here's the first photo in that batch. Is that like a glowing head or something, or like anomaly in the back there? Like, it looks like that's a glowing head, and then it looks like this is a head too that's in the, like, part in the dark and part in the light. Like small head there, and then big head with like mouth, nose, eyes. All right, we're done. We're freaking done. It's funny because their feet are the opposite. Their leg is like dark colored, and then their boot or shoe is white. So for it to look like it's the opposite of that, where the leg is like white fur and then the foot is a black hoof, it's like completely opposite of how they actually are. Makes me think that, something might be going on there. Jeez, how far back was it? Oh. There it is. I think that's it. Yeah, that was it. All right, guys, be sure to hit follow if you're new. I'll be live again in a couple days. Thank y'all for being here. What's up, Nala Lee, Christina, Travis Martin, Christina H, Dana Eubanks, James, Trip Sevens. What's good, everybody? Cindy, Freedom, Carrie Lou, Gen X Sabrina, Panzalicious, thank you for the follow. Just Janice, always good to see you. All right, guys, let's do a quick prayer. Lord, thank you for bringing us together this evening. Thank you for blessing us, protecting us, guiding us, leading us to be here in this time and place. Thank you for watching over us during this investigation. Thank you for being with us every day, Lord. Lord, we ask that you continue to watch over us, guide us, bless us, and protect us through our day-to-day. Continue to guide us, Lord. In your name we pray. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Guys, I need to bring the boys back upstairs. I'm scared to grab them now after they talked about touching their hand. I wonder if they're going to be mad if I leave them down there. Because, guys, the truth of the matter is, when the dolls are upstairs, the activity's way calmer in the house. When they're downstairs, the activity is ridiculous. What do y'all think? Should I grab them? I think I have to, right? Dana says go get them. Our researchers in the scientific field, what they would do, because there's activity when the dolls are down here, they would leave the dolls down here for weeks at a time, lights off, in front of the black mirror, and then measure the activity that way. But I feel like that'd be cruel to the spirits, specifically Maggie. Maggie specifically wanted to be upstairs. The boys haven't asked to be, but they do behave much nicer when they're upstairs. Honestly, I think they enjoy watching TV with Pops when he's watching like MASH and his YouTube car shows and whatnot. I think it keeps them from lashing out at us. Boys, I'm picking you up and I'm not touching your hands. And if I do touch your hands, it's accidental. I'm not touching your hands on purpose for any of the evil mumbo jumbo you were talking about. All right, guys, I'm picking them up. Okay, here we go. Oh, his foot touched his hand. Again, I'm carrying y'all upstairs because I'm assuming y'all want to be upstairs. Here we go. Gus, I've got to pick you up by the base here because your base is broke. There we go. All right. We're going upstairs. And then we seal the basement shut. Oh! That was Roy's base falling off. Also, I need to use these massage chairs. The boys have been hogging them. Oh. Good night, spirits. All right, guys. Stay tuned. Stay epic. I will see you all Saturday. Good stream, fam.